Hi everybody, welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is for January 18th, 2020, but of course you guys, this is a timeless reading, and as you know, I do channel in my lessons, and so I want to say this is going to be a lesson, but I'm just going to see what Spirit decides to come through with today, okay? So, if this reading resonates with you, first of all, I want to say, yay, congratulations. It looks like you've been through the ringer, okay? Absolute ringer. And what I'm seeing in the cards before me is pretty much this storyline. It's jumping out at me right away. So a lot of you may be standing in a place where you're in this Four of Swords energy. Regardless of how active you are these days, there's this aspect of you that's still in this Four of Swords energy. For those of you who are pretty new to Tarot and whatnot, this Four of Swords energy basically refers to, excuse me, an energy of rest. So it's that kind of energy where things are slowed down. Things might not be happening for you. Now, depending on how you feel about that, it could be a very stressful time. It could feel like, oh my god, why is everything moving like molasses? Or, oh my gosh, why can't anything happen for me right now? I'm doing everything that I can, but it's like the universe is saying no. Sometimes it seems like the universe is saying no, but what they're saying no to is the present moment, where they could be forcing you to rest. But as I'm seeing in this card, you might have been, or this aspect of you might have been in this rest mode for quite some time, and it seems to be very cerebral. But what I'm seeing here is not this rest mode where you are stuck on something and you can't move on and this and that. That may very well be the case for some of you, but as it flows here in this card, it's almost like something is done already. And you're here kind of taking time out because now that thing has been finished, and it's now over, whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever, it's almost like now you have less things pulling on your consciousness, less things forcing you to be somewhere, to make a decision about something, or forcing you to think about something over and over and over again. It's almost like the card that came before this Four of Swords rest card was the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords speaks of the ending of something that was so disastrously exhausting on you, mind, body, spirit, everything, maybe finances, whatever, that it's gotten to the point where you could even count it as a death, or you were hoping for death or something to that effect. Now imagine once that heavy, draining issue has been completed, what's left? Now you're like out there where there's, well, it's over, and now I'm here, but there's no rush to be anywhere. There's nothing to keep obsessing about. You know what I mean? So now you've got this time, and here you are sitting. Some of you still nursing an open wound. Some of you still nursing sadness. But right now, I'm not so much getting heavy wounding. What I'm getting is cerebral energy. Sitting down, thinking about it. Now, yes, there may still be some leftover pain, and yes, you may be moved to tears every now and then. But this is nothing like Nine of Swords, where you can't sleep, you're crying in your car, crying at school, crying at work, crying in the bathroom, crying in the plaza, crying at your smoke break, crying in bed before, like, it's not like that. And it's not like the obsessive, imprisoned, feeling trapped kind of feeling that comes with the Eight of Swords. This just seems like, okay, well, that's done, and now what? Now, underlying that, I'm seeing flowers. So for a lot of you, this could be related to an old relationship, of course. I'm seeing a lot of nostalgia here. I also picked up on an airplane leaving. So some of you are dealing with somebody who has now moved away, somebody who has left. Whether or not this leaving was of a romantic kind, where this person left and they have I'm getting here this, some of you have felt like, oh, this person's left and they're now on to bigger and better things. Maybe you're feeling left out. Maybe you're feeling left out in the cold. Maybe a little bit Five of Pentacles energy. I'm feeling separation with this card, to be honest. And it's almost like the person's energy has just left your stratosphere. It's not there anymore. Now I can see if like the person's here and their energy's still here and you're still feeling it even though you're not together. But I'm seeing this person or this situation is now out of your realm, and that's what I'm picking up on here. That's why I'm saying the Ten of Swords is behind you. And yeah, it just feels really, I don't know. For some of you, it's sad. Some of you, it's a mixture of nostalgia. Some of you, it's feeling a little lost is what I'm seeing. Some of you, it's wondering about the child you lost, the opportunity to have a child that you think you've lost. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm seeing some of you wailing is what I'm getting, wailing for a star partner, right? So maybe a galactic twin, a galactic partner that you shared some time and space with. But I'm also getting this energy of a clearing in the clouds. So it's almost like as nostalgia as this card seems, there's a little bit of a breakthrough here, which also, it's great. It also shows me that there's some clear thinking on the horizon, but not even on the horizon, guys. It's already here. I'm seeing clear thinking, and that's lovely. That's actually lovely to see clear thinking coming here, because if you have nostalgia can come with a few things. It can come with denial, which is not a good combination. Do not have denial and nostalgia at the same time if you can. But I'm seeing here nostalgia and I'm getting the words approval, but I was going to say nostalgia and clear thinking, illumination. So that means, okay, well, I know what that was all about. I got the lesson. I understand it, but I'm still thinking about it, you know, but not like crazy. The nostalgia and denial looks like this. Oh man, I remember those times. Oh, I miss this person. Like, oh, you know, I wish we could still share a life together. And you know, listen, that man or that woman done did you wrong. Stop thinking about him, right? So that's a different energy altogether. It's a different cocktail mixture. Some cocktails will put you down in the ground. We know that, okay? So be careful. No one wants a Long Island iced tea or a Manhattan right now, okay? We just want some clear thinking. Now, going back to the word that they say, approval, I'm getting that, yeah, you know, I'm getting this feeling of you being laid up in the hospital. You know, maybe let's say this is a metaphor, unless this has actually happened to you, but this is a metaphor. This is what I'm getting from the guides. It's like you laid up in the hospital. It's a new day. The sunlight is filtering in. It's breakfast. Your angels have come in. They're chatting with you. They've brought flowers. You know, the worst is over. And they're like, oh, you're going to be discharged soon. Discharged soon. To me, honestly, guys, I'm getting liberation from the hospital, quote unquote, by March, okay? In March. So, in other words, they're saying they approve of our progress right now. And as much as it still hurts, as much as we still may get those momentary moments of roller coasters and loop-de-loop thinking, God bless us, you're in the hospital and you're safe. You're recovering, you're in recuperation, and your angels and guides are overlooking the entire thing. So no matter what's going on with you, I'm getting I just saw 807, knowing that 808 is coming. Heavy walking away energy. This is all about separation from something that no longer serves you. Whatever it is, they are approving of what you're doing, okay? So let's move on to here. Over here, I'm seeing the Princess of Cups hanging over the lots or chance card. So what they're saying here is, this looks to me like an acceptance of emotions. This looks like being able to breathe. Right? Look at the sky in the background. It's almost like a new day has come. Same here. Like, another way to look at this is as if these were fires. You've escaped the fires. You're no longer part of that anymore. Here you are. Same here. You know, not my problem anymore. NMPA. That's what you gotta say. NMPA, not my problem anymore. As the Princess of Cups, I feel that you look very level-headed. You may still have some things where you'd like a little bit more illumination about it, but maybe some of you know that it's going to come with time. Some of you are happy not knowing. Some of you are like, just get me out of this dumpster fire. You know, I'm seeing quite a few different emotions coming through on this card. But I'm also seeing a lucky lion's tail. Now, don't ask, but isn't Jupiter important at this point? I don't know, but When I think about Jupiter, I think about good luck, and I think about Leo. And this card here shows me that there's some good luck on the horizon. Now, a lot of you have dodged a bullet. Now, I know that some of you are like, actually, I got shot up, in metaphorically. But yes, you did, but you're still alive, right? And some of you, something grazed you, right? I'm seeing that you may have dodged a bullet, but even talking about it, it's like, why? Because it's so done. I'm just seeing a scissor cutting everything. It's done. All right, and I see you being able to stand up, seeing you being able to not have to look over your shoulder anymore. You're taking a sip of that Ace of Cups water, whatever is refreshing. There's a little stream nearby if you need to go and you know, refill your cup. It's beautiful. I'm even seeing her able to climb up on this little tree and sit on the limbs if that's what she'd like. God bless, right? It's beautiful. Isn't this the cutest card, guys? I'm sorry about the lightning. The sun's going down. But isn't that adorable? Look. Aww. Look at her. Excited and just... She's just... You can imagine her just inhaling and exhaling right now. I'm seeing here that the fall, the autumn months, to be honest, I keep saying it, but it's true. From August of 2019 to the beginning of this year, guys, what the hell, okay? I'm seeing the autumn months raked you across the coals. The winter months, same thing. I'm just seeing the last 6 months having been just terror for a lot of people. And I feel from this card that there has been a restoration of peace, a restoration of sanity, and I'm also getting a restoration of the third eye. So for a lot of you, clarity has come into your existence. Where was it, right? It was existing somewhere else. But I'm seeing a lot of you have had clarity. Now, clarity about what? It's not only about relationship stuff. It could be about contracts. It's truths coming out. Maybe you signed a bad contract you didn't notice until the fine print came and you noticed your interest rate was too high and all sorts of stuff. I'm getting for somebody it has something to do with a dentist. Maybe you learned something about a dentist, or you know, there was some dental mishaps or just something. I'm getting now, weirdly, I'm getting something about arms and ammunition. Doesn't have to be related to dentist, but if it is, then oh, okay. Like maybe finding out that somebody is hoarding arms or ammunition, finding out about that. I'm seeing just a lot of truths being uncovered, a lot of them. And you guys are rolling with the punches, just rolling with the punches. And that's the energy here. Clarity is breaking through. Clarity could be past lifetime stuff. Clarity, whatever it is coming to the forefront. And I'm seeing that there's an acceptance of a tower moment that has happened. For some of you, I'm hearing you like... You know, that little stoops that you do with your teeth, right? You suck your teeth, right? Because you're like, tower moment. This has been the biggest shit show of my life, is what I'm getting from some of you. I know. Same here, a lot of us, right? But I'm getting that a lot of you have been through the ringer. This has been crazy. It just seems like a stop, like you just hit a wall, and it's just like, when you hit a wall, either the wall breaks or you do. Guess what broke? It was you. And so I'm getting that for a lot of you, there may have been multiple tower moments, but look at where you are now. Look at these two cards, it's just peace. A lot more peace and clarification. And I'm seeing this is all founded upon this tower moment. Lots of it. I'm seeing for the masculines as well, like a lot of balanced energy coming in. Some of you masculines may still be dealing with, you may still be at a crossroads with your love life, some of you, and that's understandable, right? But you do have to, oh, you know what? The word just came out, sever. You do have to sever those ties. If you're a masculine, God bless you, and you're on this call, then, and if that makes sense to you, like, I have to do the severance, I am seeing that is it. I'm also getting that for somebody, maybe a masculine, because I just feel it. You may be between choices as to how to exit a job. I'm getting to take the severance pay and go. Okay, it's just going to be happier for you. and I'm then seeing you with a boat. Now, whether or not that boat is metaphorical or not is whatever's, but I do see you taking the severance pay, getting on a boat, plopping that boat hat on, and just going into the sea and just enjoying yourself. Take the money and run. Okay? Now, my eyes just saw yes. So if that's for you, take the money and run. But either way, this looks great, guys. I'm also seeing this card. Now, it says the High Priest, which we know is like this. Of course, it refers to Hierophant, but here, I'm seeing it coming across as a masculine energy. Let's see if we can get some light there. Bing! Okay, maybe. What this looks like to me, though, is victory. I love this. This card is about victory, and I'm hearing Eminem's... 'cause I am whatever I say I am. I know the pitch is off. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, the news, every day I am. I don't know. That's just the way I am. Okay? So the point that I'm getting here is it's all about coming into integrity with the self, where you are having a declaration, you're saying, you're giving your decree, this is who I am. Now, guess what, guys? I'm seeing a lot of you having been in this old magician energy. Hold on, let me go get that magician card. God bless, because you guys know I like to give you some visuals. So while I look for it, guys, I feel that a lot of you may have been in, oh, that's right, didn't I do a reading for, whoopsies, didn't I do a reading for you men? A lot of you masculines, doesn't have to be male, but male gender, right? Yeah, but a lot of you in the past, I feel like there were a lot of masculines in magician mode, and they had a choice whether to continue on into magician mode or to go into King of Pentacles mode. Now I'm seeing, look at how the magician's wearing this like ruffled, oops, excuse me, feather chicken, it's like chicken feathers because there's that chicken there, chicken feather coat. Now I'm seeing that same kind of fur looking thing under his butt. Basically, it's lining his chair. So what this tells me is that this person has made a choice. Whoever this is victory. So a lot of you have made choices that are in your highest interest, in your best interest. And I'm seeing that some of you are still in that mode of needing to do whatever needs to be done. As I was just saying, some of you masculines still need to sever a connection with somebody. I'm feeling it is romantic, but it doesn't have to be. But I do see a severance that needs to happen. Now, this is male and female, though. This victory card comes to crown all of us, and I love it. Underneath, underlying that is the Book of Change, right? That's amazing. So guess what? This victory is a victory over your ability to change. This is showing me a victory over your ability to choose something higher. Look at all these names: Richard, John, Lynn, and then Wang Bi, right? But I know it's like on here, but what I'm seeing here instead is you cashing in all of these lower karmic people and cycles and boom, choosing the higher path. So a lot of you are having victory right now that comes from choosing the higher path. Now, how do you know if you are being victorious? Well, it may not be simple, but one of the hallmarks of that knowledge is when you're at peace. Now, when I'm saying when you're at peace, I don't mean grief energy. Grief energy is not peace, of course, but grief is expected. And it's expected when you are making choices that maybe you don't want to do, but you know that you have to do. So we're not going to count grief. We're going to count victory as coming from this place where you're like, this is what I know I need, and I'm taking the action steps to do it, and I'm going to cry it out every day, but I'm doing it. And that's where the victory is. And that's where the peace comes from. Peace comes from making a decision in your highest good and following it to a T, even if it hurts. All right? Now, look at how all 6 of these cards are awesome. They're amazing. They find you in good stead. But what we're getting here today is Spirit's acknowledgement that you still have fear. Now, let's take a look at what they said before I got on here. They said that the scales of justice take time. Each day, ask it, to bring you more illumination. Now take a look here at literally the scales of justice are right here. Oops. Oh my gosh, it's really getting dark out. Let me see if I can turn on the light 1 second. Okay, I always act like turning on the light makes a big difference, but in my apartment, but so take a look. The scales of justice are right here. Look at that owl. Cute. Remember, owls teach us about wisdom, right? No, but owls are also about seeing clearly and about deception, right? It's however you want to look at it. Owls come with messages of truth. So the idea, I'm seeing this big feather here. The idea is the owl is saying, listen, you've received the messages, you've received the truth, you've received the tower moment. You cannot deny this anymore. So where are you? Are you still in this karmic spider web here, spinning around and around with your own thoughts? Or have you seen the feather on the floor? Have you seen the truth? And now you're choosing to make a higher decision. Now, if you're in this space where you've made the higher decision, that's great. Congratulations. But what I'm seeing is there's still some fear here for you. And I gotta be honest, a lot of the fears come from this disillusionment, and it has to do with this concept of justice. A lot of you are probably like, no, I'm done, I don't need any justice from this person. I think God's got it. And as I'm saying that, I'm seeing this path open up here. Oh my God, guys, I've had these cards for a long time and I've never seen this path. so in the card, I've never seen it. So I'm seeing that it's like, I'm going to go here instead of going up this fearful path. But a lot of you are still here where it's kind of like you still want justice, right? Be careful, they're saying, because don't let that rope you back in to having the looped thinking about, well, I can't move on because this person never said sorry, or no one ever looked out for me. And, that's understandable, guys. Trust me, it's totally understandable because it's emotion. However, right now it's time to continue moving forward. Just put your head down and keep going, because they're saying the scales of justice take time. Each day ask it to bring you more illumination, and with more illumination comes more of a feeling of and more clarity, and less of a feeling of, well, I need this to be taken care of so I can move on. Because what happens is with more acknowledgement and more illumination comes less of a focus on that and more of a focus on what needs to be done. Right? And so I think that's where your heart and mind have to be. I'm seeing her helmet here receiving like electric lightning bolts there. So you have to be what are they saying? Reception minded. You have to be receptive to whatever's coming through. It has to be your intention. Otherwise, you're going to be roped back into those old feelings, okay? So I guess, you know what? I probably am going to call this... sorry, let me write down the title. Okay. All right, anyway. Where do we want to go next? Let's go here. These cards are cute, aren't they? Look at them. I saw Santaro using them, and I turned her video on, and like 3 seconds in, I was like, whoa, what are those cards? And I had to just go looking for them. It's so nice when the readers actually post what cards they're using. So if you're a reader, please post what your cards you're using, or at least say it, because sometimes it's hard to, it's like, I know I need those cards and I want to find them, and sometimes it's hard. So I'm glad that she somehow made it available. All right. Anyway, so what I'm seeing here is this has been, if this reading resonates with you, this has probably been your energy for quite some time. So down here, it's one person battling all, with this electricity, battling all of this craziness. And look at this whole, bullhead and all of this civilization built on top. What this shows me is this is that person battling themselves and what's going on at the mental level. This is very mental. The card actually says sacrifice. So what happens is sometimes sacrifice can give us our greatest moments of indecision, our greatest pain, our greatest grief moments, because to us a sacrifice is, sacrifices are merely just, let's look at it from another angle. It's really just releasing one thing to make room for another. Another that's better. But when you've got emotions and expectations and all sorts of things invested and inside of that or built up, then it really does seem like a sacrifice, and sometimes we don't want to let go, and it has to be pried from our cold dead hands. And so what I'm seeing here is this person. You can also look at it as this person using this electricity to keep this bull and this civilization that this person has built in. It's like trying to keep it in, but actually maybe it's just time to let it all go. Whatever towers and stuff you've built, just let it go. Whatever relationships, whatever car, whatever. Yeah, you've been paying those car payments and now you've fallen behind. They want to repossess it. Listen, let it go, right? That whatever it is, to just give yourself peace. Give yourself peace and get back into equilibrium. Because the fact that you were so not at peace means that you were so far off of the path of peace. And it's almost like people don't realize how far off they've strayed from the path of peace, because it so rarely just comes in like, ugh. In fact, it just pulls you in a little bit more to chaos, a little bit. It's like dipping your toe into something really hot, get your body acclimated, and before you know it, you're laying in boiling water and you didn't realize it, right? And so that's what I'm seeing here. It's about needing to just release something that has just been too much. It's too much. You can't have a foundation built on this kind of craziness. Now, let's call this a storm. But where I see a lot of you guys now, you have all this illumination now, and you've escaped that place. So you've stopped with the electricity, you've let it go, let it do whatever it wants to do. You've gotten on this tiger. This card is called Will. It takes willpower, but look at all these guides helping you, okay? And you're just out of there. And look at this victory color. It's beautiful. The last card that I'm seeing now is where a lot of you may find yourself soon. Some of you you may find yourself here in the month of June, I'm getting. Some of you are there right now. But what this looks like to me is this galactic pathway where you are asked to make a choice. So I'm getting February for some of you, very close. It's kind of like, tell me where you want to go. Do you want to go back into this karmic cycle? Would you like to give this lesson another try, either with the same group of people or other groups of people? And now they're showing me this again. He's like, I'm still here. You wanna roll? You can roll. Let's just cover him up for a second. They're saying, or would you like to try something new? Look at her with her dagger. She's like, I'm the gatekeeper. If you want to try something new, I'll close off that portal to the past and I'll direct you to the next stage, but you have to tell me and you have to make the wish. So I'm getting some of you are wondering right now, well, how do I tell Spirit that? Guys, you don't tell Spirit that. They know because it comes from inside. But if it makes you feel better, you can tell them in your own way, like on a conscious level. So wherever you are right now, let them know, like, this is what I want. You can say it at night before you go to bed. You can just whisper to your angels, guys, please, I don't want to go back to where I was. Just take me, Lord, right? And they will. They'll take you to the new path. If that's the prayer that you pray, then trust in it and know that everything that falls is falling away for you to get on that pathway. You know what it looks like? Because once you say no, they're going to close this portal. And instead of you going back into the past with that karmic cycle with homeboy, it's a deer, but doesn't it kind of look like it's got antlers and all that? You can ride this little galactic way here and then out here and enter into somewhere new. So it's got to come from you. The words that Spirit gave me to encapsulate this verbatim is escaping the storm with wisdom. This is wisdom to make a different choice. Look at the card 11. All right, look at the number 11, the number where you made your escape, 7, right? And look at this, the bull, it says 4. We know 4 is all 40. We know 4 is all about foundation, right? But what kind of foundation are you building? Are you building one that is comfortable, that is confident, that is going to see you through, or have you built something that is just bound to usurp your energy and make you fall, right? So, yeah. Okay, so let's continue on here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. From this card, the Three of Shields, look at it. It's the Three of Pentacles, traditionally about working on something, right? Getting to work, being busy about something, focus. But what I'm seeing here is the angels, or our guides, the words that came through is you asked for it, so here it is. Look at them giving you a contract. A lot of you are being given something new. You asked for it, so here it is. Here's your new contract. Now, that being said, we have the Star card. It's so cute. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, guys, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die because it's way too cute, and you guys know how I am with really cute things. Look! Oh my God. That's you. Aw. Aw. Look, right there too. Aw, guys, come on. Does not get cuter. Doesn't get cuter than that. So they're saying you asked for this bump up, this change in circumstances. You wanted this dream. You wanted this healing. Maybe you didn't know that when you said, I want a family to love, that would mean the breakdown of the one that you have now, or the relationship you have now, or needing to move to another city, or maybe you didn't know what getting your dreams entailed. But here it is. That's why they're like, listen, you asked for it, so get to work. Here it is. Here's your new contract. I'm seeing them creating the conditions here for you. I'm seeing you here waiting, but I'm seeing a little bit in the mental energy, just needing to be healed some more. So the Star card is coming in with healing as well, and it's almost like you're sitting at the base of this beautiful tree. Your stress is being, is ebbing away from your body and finding its way into this conditioned water. Meanwhile, you're looking up and you're receiving the guidance and the love and the comfort all from these stars, which are filtering their beautiful energy into this tree and just coming into you and just helping you. Mentally, you are, you're changing. Meanwhile, look at your angels and guides conditioning the water. Why? Because they're going to put you in. They're going to give you a nice little bath. They're going to love you up. That's what I'm getting. Okay? And this is all part of this new contract. This is about healing. So I'm seeing step 1 was all about you coming to terms on the mental level with what needs to be done. I'm seeing a lot of you feeling orphaned by that process. I'm feeling a lot of you being cut off. Being cut off and feeling cut off, but being cut off. And it's not to say that they don't have sympathy or empathy for you. They do. They love you, but they know that it's right for you. And so that's why they come with listen, you asked for this, so here it is, right? If you're really serious about it, let's get to work. And I'm seeing that you guys have gotten the call for clearing up this mental space. Guys, look at all the cosmic stuff that's been happening lately, right? I mean, look at all of this. And now what is it? What is it that they said? They're saying with the, what was it? Oh my God. Saturn and Pluto are conjunct, right? So guys, craziness. Oh my God. Okay. And we just had a lunar eclipse. Can be get a break. Anyway. So it's all for the sake of healing. The next part is and continues to be this healing energy here. A lot of you may be moving, I'm seeing. A lot of you may be moving. Some of you may be just moving upstairs. That makes sense to some of you here. You may be just moving upstairs in your same home. But either way, I'm seeing you here. I'm seeing that at one point this tree used to be filled with all sorts of stuff, but you couldn't see the stars. Look, as things are falling away from the tree, it's like they came here to where you have fallen. You've fallen down by this tree exhausted. All the leaves and the flowers fell off, and now here they are helping you get back on your feet, and you're recuperating, and you're so happy, and you're looking up, and the stars are just helping you, okay? And now look, it's the same lady. Now I'm seeing her hair a little bit longer and she has clothes on, so she's taking you and she's carrying your dreams and you. Look how cute you are, like a little baby, okay? Male, female, doesn't matter. They're carrying you. And they are still conditioning the water, but this conditioning is even better because those are the hopes and dreams that are being given birth for you and your new life. Now look over here. This is the it says the Mother card, but it which is the Empress card. But I'm also seeing this little backdrop here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's something that is etched into the ground back there, and it kind of gives me vibes of the Two of Wands. Hold on, let me go find it. Okay, I'm redonkulous. It was not the Two of Wands. After I looked through the whole pack, I'm like, where's my Two of Wands? The Two of Wands is right here. It was actually the Sun card. The Sun card, take a look. So look at that. It's the same thing. Okay, but it gives me Two of Wands vibes though. Okay, so Two of Wands vibes is all about plans, right? And now I'm getting that John 3:16, right? Is that the one about be still, I know I have plans for you, basically. God has plans for us. My bad, guys, my bad. But it's the same thing. So they're holding you here, and now your new contract is being put into place. This is the new level that you're at. For those of you who have chosen a better existence, you've gotten off of karmic cycles, you're here being held and you're waiting for things to be made manifest for you, right? Some of you are like, I'm not even waiting, I'm getting started now. And that's that excitement from just being in a whole new place now and being excited. Now the Sun card is lovely. Look at it. It's illumination. In this card deck, it just looks like rebirth. It looks like being blessed, right? They're taking care of you. Now, what I'm seeing here is kind of like, look at that river. See that stream right there? It kind of looks like the same one that Spirit is, Spirit is conditioning for you to make your dreams manifest. Now take a look at this. Here you are. You're racing now. This is the Eight of Wands. It's about fast moving energy. So the energy is going to pick up. Notice one of those has that caduceus look, right? But the things that are going on for you right now are not only healing. So I'm seeing a lot of good stuff coming in for you. And why is that? Because you have entered into a higher level, a higher state of being. You have to, because you're cutting away too many things. The bottom of the deck is this. Eight of Cups, walking away. So you've already walked away from something, and you've already gone through some healing. I'm seeing a lot of you still in that process, but as these arrows fly, so do you, and you follow them. You don't know where they're going, but these are divine arrows. You follow the arrows, and where they land is where you will be. Now here you are with that Two of Wands. It's about planning. So as you are going through your healing and going through everything, you still want to speak what it is that you want into existence, right? So go ahead and speak your truth, speak your desires, speak your intentions, keep your thoughts positive is what I'm seeing here. It's almost like Spirit gave you this ball to speak what you want into it. And as you speak it, look at you launching another arrow, another arrow, another arrow. Excuse me. I'm also seeing this as your higher self. This stick being that connection with you, right? And look, so for some of you, they're really trying to continue to make connections with you. Some of you are still in the process of opening up your ear chakras, hearing more, but I feel like you're doing so well. And they're like speaking into here, your higher self speaking into here, and they're launching these arrows, and here you are following the arrows that are being sent to you. Now we have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful, male, female, it doesn't matter. Now notice Saturn there. And Saturn is often, it's a tough one, guys. Saturn is a tough one because it always brings karma with it. Whatever needs to be balanced, whatever needs to be taken care of, you got to get it done. That's what Saturn is all about. So, Yeah, and so, but in this card, what I'm seeing is that it's behind you, and here you are more. Look at the victory flowers. But it's behind you. It's more where you are in a state of looking forward to your future. Here you are. You've got this little wand. You're sitting there. You've got helpers all around you. You're ready to get up if you need to. When you've got these beautiful flowers that are here on the Sun card. So this is victory. You're in a place where you are looking forward and you're happy. Look at the hot and cold behind you. Look at Saturn way behind you, actually. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the next card, I mean, this is the last card, but I wouldn't be surprised if I were to pull the next card and it were all about creativity. So, because the question that's looming here with her is, how can I use my creativity now? What can I do with these hands that God gave me? And I'm still seeing the hands being a little bruised. So some of you are still going through a lot of pain and whatnot. However, you're shifting right now. There's a huge shift for you. And it feels natural, to be honest. It's like, well, now, how can I use my creativity? And when you ask, it is put on the books and you receive, okay? So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. This is what your angels wanted to bring to you, your team wanted to bring to you. If you would like to have a reading with me, please do feel free to reach out. Also, I just started offering a new live video chat. So it's one-on-one. Any activations, healings, and clearings that your guides want to bring through can be done during that call. So it's great for energy work, but it's also great to get some feedback and just, yeah, whatever. It's tailored to what you need. Okie dokie. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day, and donations are always welcome as well. My link is in the box below, description box. Thank you. Bye. Mwah.